Hey everyone, I just wanted to give a couple of quick updates. I've got some good news and I've got some bad news, but I want to start with the good news because it's exciting. So, I know a lot of people have been waiting and waiting to hear updates on my movie, and guess what? We're finally getting a premiere date. The Austin Revolution Film Festival, which is in Austin, Texas, and it's going to be February 16th, which is a Friday at 7 p.m. I'm going to link below so you can get more information, get tickets if you want. You can get passes for a single film, for a full day, for multiple days. It's really exciting. I'm very excited to finally actually get to premiere in person my movie. I understand most people won't be able to make it to Texas, especially on such short notice, and won't want to spend the money. I totally get it. I'm not upset that anybody wouldn't want to make a trip if you're not in the area. I just want to give that opportunity to anybody who might be in the area or interested. So what does that mean as far as like the festival run and stuff? We're far from over. There's still a lot of festivals coming up that I could be a part of. I guess in the future I'll probably do a more in-depth look at what it's like submitting to festivals. It's a long, agonizing process. It's very slow. I know, like I said, I'm sorry I haven't been able to give as many updates as I would have liked. There's just very little information drawn out over a long period of time, unfortunately. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of the big festivals I was hoping to get into, I didn't, like Slam Dance and Philadelphia Film Festival, stuff like that. But there's still a lot of opportunities in like mid-tier festivals that I'm excited for. That also does, however, mean that the likelihood of my movie getting bought or distributed is very unlikely. So I'm most likely going to end up just self-distributing it through Amazon, but I'm going to wait until after the festival run to do that, because if I don't, it would make it ineligible for a lot of the festivals I still want to get into. So if that happens, look for that to be in the fall of this year. So once again, I'm sorry for those people who don't get to see it sooner than that. It's still some more wait. I know this movie's been being talked about for a while. It's just a very slow process, but like I said, there should be some more festivals that'll be shown in. There's multiple in the Philadelphia area. There's one in San Diego that I think there's going to be a screener for that. So there's going to be some spread out. I'll give more updates as they happen. Hopefully you can manage to see it in person in a festival. If not, like I said, most likely it will be on Amazon before the end of the year. But yeah, so let's let's talk about the bad news, though. Bad news is, well, you know, I always take a break, or usually take a break in January, and I was going to this year. I'm kind of being forced to this year. For those of you who don't know, there's a system on YouTube with copyright strikes, and it's 3 strikes and you're out. If you get 3 copyright strikes, they delete your channel. You'll no longer be visible to anybody. And I have 2 in the past 2 months, and they take 90 days to expire. So I need about 30 plus days for the older one to expire, and so it's kind of forcing me to not post a whole lot moving forward for a little bit. And so, okay, how does this work? All right, so a copyright strike is when there's a company or whoever thinks that you're using their copyrighted material without permission, and so will first they'll say, hey, this is ours. Then you can say back, no, well, I'm using it because of fair use. And then they'll say, too bad, take it down. And then you can say, no, here's evidence why I'm allowed to do this. And usually that works. 90% of the time that works, but there is a 10% of the time or so that they still think they're right anyway. And in those cases, YouTube is supposed to kind of look at both sides and determine who's right. But the honest truth is YouTube just doesn't give a shit about creators like me. Unless you're more important or famous or get YouTube more money, they just don't care about me. So in the couple of cases that it has happened throughout my years on YouTube, I've lost every time. And when you lose, you get a copyright strike. They give you an opportunity to take down your video ahead of time if you apologize and admit you're wrong. But it's like, I don't want to do that, because if you do that, that stops you from being able to submit an appeal after that, or a counter notification is actually called. The appeal comes before. So I never take that option. But in this case now, if I do get into that situation again, I'll be forced to, because if I get a third one, my channel will be gone. So Yeah, it's made it very frustrating this year. I've had more copyright issues this year than the rest of my time on YouTube combined. More videos removed, taken down, demonetized, you name it, all of it. It's just been such a frustrating year on YouTube, and I don't know why. I guess there's always kind of like ebbs and flows with it, but it's just been very frustrating and hard to predict. Like, there's studios that I know suck and will always give you a hard time, like Sony does, Netflix does, Hasbro does. I'm used to that. I avoid those studios because it makes sense. But Miramax took down and removed my Spy Kids 3 review twice, despite leaving the other two alone. I haven't had a single issue with the other two, and when contacting them like, hey, there's a double standard here, what are you doing? They just don't seem to care, and they give no explanation. They don't say what I'm doing wrong. They just remove it and give me a copyright strike, and it's very frustrating because that's one of my favorite reviews I've ever made. I like it so much, and I was so proud of it and so happy that people were seeing it and liking it, and it's just gone forever, and there's not really anything I can do about it. And then more recently, the most recent one, Studio Canal, I think they're called. They own the Santa Claus the movie, and now that's gone for forever, supposedly. And that sucks too. I've never had an issue with them before, so it's making it harder when it's like, okay, more and more people are giving me a hard time about this. How am I supposed to post reviews? Like, I'm following the law, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do, everything I do falls under fair use, but they can just decide that you're not, and then YouTube will just agree with them blindly. They don't seem to care at all, so it sucks. So until that all gets sorted out, which, like I said, 30 plus days until that first one expires, I'm kind of stuck. Doesn't mean I can't post at all, but anything that deals with copyrighted material, like my reviews, I can't really post. So I could probably do some rants or some first thoughts as long as I'm not really including too many clips or anything. But it's still scary because, like I said, a third strike and I'm out. So I may post a little bit here and there, but I think, like I said, I normally take January off anyway, so I'm taking a vacation here. I'll probably make a video about my experience going to the festival because it's my first time going to a film festival, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. This one specifically is designed really for filmmakers to network with each other because it's for people like me, indie, very indie, like independent, do-it-yourself, no budget, low budget type stuff. So it'll be cool to meet other people from around the country and even the world that are doing the same thing. So it should be a lot of fun. Maybe I'll film a little bit, maybe I won't, maybe I'll just talk about it. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. But, yeah, like I said, some good, some bad. Sorry about the lack of posting for the next month or so. Like I said, it's not really anything I can do about it. YouTube sucks right now. I mean, I've really enjoyed the year, honestly. I think the content I've made this year has been some of my best. But, like I said, just YouTube side of things has made it harder to deal with than any other year. Hopefully it gets better. You know, there usually seems to be some ebbs and flows with it. I think in the long run things will just kind of even out and it'll be okay. But right now it's just tough being a creator on this platform. It really is. They don't give a shit, and they make it really difficult. So hope you guys had a good holiday, and I hope you guys have a great new year. Thanks for watching as always. Thanks for all the subscriptions, all the comments, all the likes, everything. It really is very meaningful to me. I enjoy reading the comments. I still reply to as many as I can, and I love reading them as long as they're nice. So thanks as always. I'll see you soon.